everyone, I'm Chady Dunmore, WBFF Pro Bikini World Champion. Now first I just want to pass a little bit of information so that some of you don't panic if there's interruption through the broadcast. Just follow these steps. Just refresh your page, press play, and please wait at least 10 seconds for the broadcast to be sent to your computer. And then just pose your questions to me via text and chat. I just want to say I'm a proud key athlete in Bodycoaches, which some of you know is completely a new concept of communicating through exercise and nutrition. And we're just able to give you some diagnosis of kidney disease at 4 years old. So I never really water deplete. I manipulate my water probably about 2 or 3 days before showtime, and I actually drink more water, probably up to about 2 gallons. And I just kind of minimize it up to showtime, but I never really pull water from my diet. How do I keep motivated to lose weight? My biggest motivation is my daughter, of course. Having a kidney disease is not fun because you have to be really conscious of your diet, and I don't want to be on dialysis, and I want to be really healthy for my daughter. So I'm really conscious of my diet. Exercise is just really important to me. So in the long run, I just want to be really healthy for my daughter. So it just really helps that I can actually make a career out of it and inspire many women and men that you can have a career even with health issues. How did I lose the last 10 pounds? The last 10 pounds, I don't really know. I think the last 10 pounds was probably after I first had my daughter, because I had to lose a big amount of weight. I think it was mostly through diet. I was training just as hard and intense for about a good 5 to 6 months until I started, seeing really big changes. But it's through diet. A lot of it, I try to stress that so much. Diet is so important. What got me started in competing? I had to lose a lot of weight after having my daughter, and there's a lot of fitness athletes in the gym, and you see all these women and men, and you get inspired. And there was a fellow girl who was competing in the gym, and a bunch of us in the gym wanted to go support her. And I went to go see a gym, her competition, and I just kind of, was scared, and no way I could do that. And a couple people were like, you should get on stage. I had no idea that I would even want to do it until maybe a couple weeks later. It kind of just said, I kind of needed a goal. And I felt like getting on stage would kind of make me hold myself accountable than just, saying I just want to fit into this jeans or weigh a certain amount of weight. And it kind of transitioned from there. How much cardio a day do I do? Normally off season, when I just kind of maintain my weight, I probably about do 20, 30 minutes. Now that I'm getting ready for a show, which is 6 weeks, I just try to do about, it depends on my schedule and how I'm leaning out. I'm leaning out a lot faster than I did last year. So my trainer doesn't have me doing a lot of cardio. He does have me doing sprints after we train, and it's probably about for 30 minutes, high intensity, and I keep my heart rate up from 135 to about 160. What rep range do I think is best for women? High reps. It all depends on what your goal is. I think that if you want to put on a lot of muscle, that you should obviously do lower reps and higher weight. For a lot of girls, I think that girls kind of want to just look toned and lean, so I would recommend a high rep. Just want to make sure you guys can all hear me. What is my off-season diet like? I try to keep it very clean, only because I'm doing photo shoots constantly, even off-season. So I didn't really have an off-season this year. But I have 2 cheat meals a week, meals, not days. And that means from anything from pizza to IHOP to whatever I want. And then I kind of stick to my diet. I just think it makes me feel better eating clean, and I've kind of got accustomed to a diet like eating just egg whites and oatmeal, my protein shakes after I train, and clean eating with chicken, sweet potato, brown rice, green beans. It just makes me feel better, and I like a schedule as a mom, so I kind of stick to that off season. When is my book coming out? Hopefully soon. I'm finishing the final draft the next couple weeks, and I will keep everyone posted. So please check out my website at chadydunmore.com, and I'll make sure to let everyone know about that. And on my Facebook and Twitter. Who are my idols, both in and out of sports? Gosh, I have so many athletes that inspire me. But as far as someone I would want to be on the same category, I really look up to moms who are in the industry, who are fit. Fellow WBF athletes that are moms. I completely I'm floored by how they can do it like me, and I really am inspired by Brooke Burke, everyone from Kelly Ripa. Just fit moms really inspire me and keep me on my toes. Okay, how many hours per day do I spend in the gym? I only spend about an hour and a half. And when I say an hour and a half, it's an hour of training, and then I get in there 15 minutes before to warm up, and then 15 to 20 minutes afterwards doing just some cardio, depending what I ate. What is my training schedule like? And for example, what days do I work on what? This year I'm coming in to train in different from my last show. So there's some body parts that I want to work on more. So I'm training lower body a little bit more than everything else. My upper body kind of gets muscular fast, so I try to stay away from that. So I'd probably say lower body about Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'm doing a lot of plyometrics, some weight training, a lot of sprints, and I throw in the upper body here and there, and core and calves, and you know how that is. Gosh, there's so many questions. How do I stay focused when they always seem to change? Wait. How do you stay focused when they always seem to change the look that they want? Gosh, I understand that question. Different federations have different wants of what they want for the bikini girls. I feel that the WBFF is pretty consistent on what they want with their athletes. You can look at the athletes online and kind of see there's a consistency with the athletes and what they look like. And I feel like I just fit really well in the bikini category. So I don't think I need to change too much. What body part do you find most difficult to train, and how do I train them? I guess as a mom, again, I feel like your core is the hardest thing to train. I just signed on with a core bench, and it's an amazing equipment. I mostly do my abs probably about 3 times a week with some weights, and then the following 2 days just doing some, I can do plyometrics on it as well. So that's what I do. And the basic stuff, crunches, abs, just consistency. We don't move our stomach every day like our arms and legs, so our abs and our core is mostly through diet as well, so that's really important. What is my leg workout consist of? My leg workout consists of lunges for days. I do a lot of lunges, step-ups, squats, weights, no weights, jumping up and down, a lot of plyos, everything, all of the above. Have I ever considered competing with another federation, entering the Miss Olympia? No, I don't. I won the 2010 Arnold Bikini Championships last year, and I switched over to the WBFF, and I have no intent or plans to compete in any of the federations in the WBFF. Best pre and post workout meal after a boot camp style workout. I try to tell people not to eat too much right before workout, probably 30 minutes out, and then immediately within 30 minutes of training, post workout, I absolutely have like a protein shake. Before it can just be something light, anything from a small meal to you can have another protein shake. I am a fanatic of Muscle Farm protein powder. I just love it. The Combat chocolate peanut butter is my favorite. Do I take any NO products? Before I work out, I do take a salt, the Muscle Farm salt, for pre-workout to give me my pump. What do I eat before bed? I try not to eat anything now because I'm getting ready for a show, but if I do, I try to have some hot tea, or if anything, I try to take some protein powder, a protein shake, or I will take a muscle gel from Muscle Farm. What is the best exercise to shape the booty? You know, the booty is a muscle and you can grow it. So for me, I was able to grow a couple inches in my glutes this year to get ready for my show. A lot of exercise I do are squats, lunges again. I try to lift, actually went up in weight this year to lifting heavier than I usually do to get it a little bit tighter and get more size on it. So I would say a lot of squats and lunges, step-ups are really good. Am I going to make some DVDs? I would love to make some DVDs and share some workouts, so that's definitely in the works. And again, stay tuned on my website, and I'll make sure to keep you up on that and my blog and seeing what I'm working on and new projects. What's the best way to lose weight and become lean? After I had my daughter, I noticed that I didn't know a lot about diet. I figured that if you don't eat, that's how you lose weight, and that's not necessarily true. Actually, it's absolutely not true. I eat more frequently than the typical average model does, and I feel like I'm actually leaner and more fit. I eat every 2 to 3 hours, so I think that diet and exercise is the best way to lose weight and become lean. Do I carb cycle or cut out completely? I do carb cycle. Again, throughout the week I will carb cycle, depending on what my goal is. If I have a shoot coming up, now that I'm having a competition coming up. So I will carb cycle. I don't cut out carbs completely at all because it's not healthy for me with the kidney disease. How many meals a day do I have? I have about 7 or 8. I start out at 7 in the morning, and I probably finish about 9. I stay up pretty late, so that's why my last one is at 9, and I will probably finish off with, a protein shake. What is a sample day of food for me? Right now, it's pretty clean. It's pretty boring since I have a competition coming up. I have about, I have half a cup of oatmeal, about 4 to 5 egg whites, some spinach, and then a couple hours later I'll have, which is probably after my workout, I'll have a shake, Muscle Farm protein shake, and then probably the 3 or 4 meals after that is just fish and probably about 3 or 4 ounces of vegetables and probably about 2 ounces of yams or brown rice. What interests me the most about Bodycoaches idea? I really like the concept that I can talk to the fans and I can, you know, um, be one-on-one with a lot of the people who ask me questions on Facebook, and I'm not ever able to answer everyone's question. I think this is a great way for people to kind of see me, kind of hear from me verbally. And I think that it's awesome that we're all reaching out and doing this webinar for free, and it's, you know, shows that we're real athletes and we just really want to inspire people and kind of get everybody healthy. 3 weeks out, 3 to 4 weeks out from competition, what's my calorie intake and how much water am I taking? Well, I can't tell you all that because that's my secret. But no, I will tell you that 3 or 4 weeks out, I'm actually, my diet doesn't change much more. I will do more cardio just because I can't take my food away. I'm kind of worthless and I can't remember anything. But as far as water, I'm drinking the same amount. Normally, I drink about a gallon a day. So I'll probably just take it up a notch. I don't really change much until probably about 2 weeks to a week out. And then I probably would manipulate my diet depending on what I look like. How many people are on my team? Wait, disappeared. Okay, I have a sweet tooth and like sugar in my teeth, and like salt on my food. How much do these contribute to retaining weight when you want to lose it? Do I cut out sugar and salt to lean out? Absolutely. Actually, right now I have no sugar in my diet. Salt, I mean, some salt is okay, but I try not to have too much sodium in my diet because I do retain water with my kidney disease. And especially women, we tend to retain more water. Do I avoid social events when dieting for competitions? You know, I can't. I do and I don't. I try not to, you know, be a hermit, and you know, I do have a life, and I have a daughter, and she has kids' birthday parties that I kind of have to still go to, and they're eating pizza and whatnot. So I try to eat before I go to those events. If not, I've gotten really good at eating out and learning how to eat really clean out. Because now, you know, they have these menus out that you can pretty much tell them what you want, and it can be pretty close to exact to what, you know, what you're getting ready for in your diet. So it's not that hard to eat out. You just have to be really consistent in eating really clean and sticking to your diet and want to eat clean. Do I ever plan on doing shows or events in Connecticut, New York, Massachusetts? I probably won't ever do a show, depending on what the WBFF will want their pro athletes to do. So I would probably send Paul Gillette a message from WBFF shows. I do. I've had made appearances recently in Connecticut, judging one of the shows and helping out with the WBFF Federation. So I do plan on doing a fitness camp out on the East Coast, so I will let you know about that pretty soon. Do I still eat fruit while prepping, and when do I eliminate it? I have eliminated a lot of fruit. Once in a while, I'll throw in an apple if I need it. But I try to stay away from fruit and all just because sugar is, for me, I just will hold on to it. So I try to stick to just solid food instead of fruit and snacking. What type of plyometrics do I do? Gosh, I do all of it pretty much. Anything from sprinting to coordinating squat jumps, a lot of squat jumps. So I can't really say one plyometrics that I do. I pretty much do all of it. How do I keep everything balanced in my life with being a mom, a wife, a model, a competitor, friend, family member? Gosh, it's so hard, and I've been really lucky that my family, my friends, my loved ones, everyone is so supportive. You guys are supportive. I get tons of messages from you guys, so thank you again for being so supportive. I guess I just feel like this is a moment that I just will never have, and I feel really blessed to be able to, be in this, have this platform to reach out to people. So I feel like it's not really like something I would want to ever take for granted. So that keeps me motivated to reach out to you guys. Do I use Assault all the way up to show? I probably use it about up until the week before, because the week of I don't really like train as intense. The work is pretty much done, and if I don't look the part, then I'm in trouble. So probably up to the week before. Am I coming to the UK anytime soon? I plan to be at the Body Expo, so hopefully I can reach out and talk to you guys over there. Yes, there is Assault in the background, right there. It's right next to my crown, so anybody touches my crown, they will get assaulted. At this stage in your career, do you have an off? Well, I missed that question. What drink do you consume during a workout? Water only or some energy type of drinks? No, I drink strictly water. I will have my Assault right before, but strictly water. I drink as much as I can. Thank you so much, Mimi. I'll talk to you soon. She's supposed to be my #1 fan in Connecticut. What do I think about the new male physique contest? I think it's new in the IFBB. It's not new in the WBFF. So I think it's great because I think it's a more marketable look and more attainable look. So it gets thumbs up from me. How many shows did I compete in before a WBFF Pro? Before I came a WBFF Pro. After I won the Arnold, I competed in Team Universe Jersey, and I got my pro card there. And Paul Gillette from the WBFF said he honored my pro card. So actually, last year was the first time I competed with the WBFF as a pro. So this year will be my second. I mentioned Core System Bench, which is a new product. It's my new secret weapon into getting my core tight. And where can I get information about it? You can go on their website. And my favorite thing on the bench, I chipped the bone in my spine not too long ago. And everything I do, from a lot of the workouts, it hurts my back. It's been excruciating pain. And ever since I started working on the core bench, it's been so much more comfortable and easy to get on and work with. I think a lot of people have a lot of back issues, and I think it's something that a lot of athletes and gym owners should look into putting in their gyms. Do I have a personal trainer, a buddy, or do I work out alone? I do have a coach that I work with. I'm a trainer, and I just know that I would never push myself as much as he would. I do work out with other girls as well. And sometimes I have buddies when I need a cardio buddy, when I need to get some cardio done and I don't want to be alone. Why did I change from the IFBB to the WBFF? This is probably one of the biggest questions the most question that I get asked. I changed because it was a better fit for me. I feel like every person, when they choose a trainer, it's a personal reason, and they have to, feel right with this person in order to achieve your goals. And I feel the WBFF was the best choice for me. I feel like it was more of a bigger avenue for me to build my brand and, reach out to a lot of my fans. They're the most supportive federation. Everyone from Paul Gillette, Allison Gillette, everyone on their staff, the athletes themselves. We have forums, we talk to each other, we support each other. That's huge for me. So I feel like I'm successful because of the WBFF. I feel like it's important who your family is and who supports you. So that was a big reason why I went to WBFF. Hi, Kim Challen. What's my secret for getting shredded quick? Gosh, diet. Diet is huge. I'm changing. I just started taking Muscle Farm Shred, so that is something that everyone should look into too. And of course, you need to have a really clean diet with it and train just as efficient. And I feel like I'm leading out really good for the show, so that's another way to get shredded quick. At this stage in my career, do I have an off-season mass gain, or is that needed? I don't have an off-season mass gain only because I try to just eat normal. I try to stick eating clean, but since I have a lot of photo shoots and I work with modeling agencies and I get sent out to a lot of auditions, I try to maintain my a certain body fat and a certain weight, so I don't look like a huge difference, like, whoa, she doesn't even look like she did on stage. So I try to maintain between 5 to 6 pounds. Am I going to Vegas in September? Possibly. Most likely, I'll probably be there with Core Bench or Muscle Farm. How much cardio days do I do a week now, and how much will I do close to competition? I'm probably doing about 15, 20 minutes, not much. I'm leading out pretty well with my diet, so my coach doesn't have me doing too much cardio, thank God. But I think that I'll probably do more to drop a little bit more water closer to showtime. The website for Core Bench is COR Bench. There's no E in Core. So for those of you who want to check it out, check it out. What is my competition fat percentage? I probably go in at 10%. I try not to get anything lower than that because we still want to look feminine and have the curves like the WBFF bikini models should look like. But, you know, I still want to show some definition, abs, and have everything pretty tight. How do I suggest a potential competitor to find a good trainer or coach? Depending on what your area is, a lot of, now that fitness is growing and there's so many now teams, I feel like you can kind of Google, you know, where your location is to find a good trainer. A lot of times also too, if you find competitors in your area, I would ask them and see who their trainers are and kind of, you know, get consultations with them. What cardio do you prefer? Do I prefer to do and why? You know, there's so many types of cardio that you can do. I try to tell people that, because since a lot of people are not into cardio like me, I try to do classes in gyms, everything from Zumba, spinning, to cardio kickboxing, just to keep me energized and I don't just feel like I'm lagging over a treadmill. I've wanted to compete for a long time. How do I get started? The first thing I do recommend and getting in the fitness shows is seeing one. You should watch a fitness show locally and kind of see what kind of class you would fit into, whether if it's fitness, figure, bikini, and then kind of go from there. And, you know, there's a lot of coaches around there, and network. And send me a message if you need any more help. How many weeks before a contest do you start dieting? Since I stay pretty lean throughout the competition, I don't really get too strict until about 4 to 5 weeks out. because I maintain my body fat pretty much the same. So the answer with that to be probably about 4 to 5 weeks out. So I'm having a head start right now, so I start at 6 weeks. Do I feel that the bikini division gets the respect that they deserve because people think it's much easier than figure and bodybuilding? Absolutely not. I think bikini competitors, I train like a figure competitor, I think, because I train with a lot of the athletes, the figure competitors in fitness and models in my gym, and I feel like we just work just as hard. Our presentation is just different, so I wouldn't agree with that. I actually do think the bikini girls are getting a lot of respect. I think the division is growing. I think we have a really marketable look, and I think a lot of magazines are more open to hiring us for magazine ads. So I think I think if anything, we get more respect than anything. Do I offer online training on Bodycoaches? I will be offering online training, so make sure you tune in. Do I still crave sweets? Yes, I crave sweets all the time. I'm human. Can I tell you a little bit more about my fitness camp on this Saturday, and where do I register? Please log on to my website, which is www.chadydunmore.com. My fitness camp will be held here in Sacramento, California. This Saturday and Sunday will be 2 days, an event. I will be, reaching out to not only people who want to get into the fitness industry, but people who just want to get inspired and have a weight loss goal and kind of want to tap into maybe getting into the fitness industry and maybe being a fitness model and kind of seeing how I did it and what judges are looking for. I have a lot of sponsors coming in, everyone from tanning to my coach will be there. I also have Lana Eggwise, Core Bench will be there, which I'm really excited about. So a lot of the campers will get on the core bench and test it out and kind of see what I'm talking about and how efficient it is in training. I will have, Emily Zaylor from Easy Weight Cookbook will be there. I will have 3 published photographers, Natalie Min, Harry Grisby, Lee Hagan. There'll be so many people. We'll have a lot of goodies, and we'll have, a lot of Q&A, a lot of games, training, posing. It's endless. I will bring one to Chicago. I will let you know when I bring one to the East Coast. We're definitely going to have our next one. It's probably going to be in LA area in October. So stay tuned on my website, and I will be letting everyone know when the dates are. I'm a college student and I have a hard time staying motivated, consistent with my diet and workouts. Any tips? Being a college student is hard, and being a mom is hard. So our #1 priority, of course, is being a mom and you being a college student. I think actually it will help you if you get a little bit more consistent with your diet on staying and be more efficient with doing your homework, and I'm sure you'll have more energy if your diet's clean and you start exercising regularly. So I would probably put a goal, kind of like a goal list of what you want to accomplish, and put what motivates you and your goals on where you want to achieve before the end of the year, being a college student. So come to Kansas City. I was at Kansas City not too long ago for the WVFF show. I love the city. I love the people. You guys are amazing. So I will be back, hopefully. Are there any job openings around me for trainers or coaches? I'm pretty sure there is. You have to go online for that, though. What supplements do I take? I'm so confused on what to take. I take Muscle Farm and only Muscle Farm. I love their products. Their stuff is really good. And I take their combat powder to the assault to the shred to recon. As a mom, we're really busy and we're always on the go. I take their muscle gel, which is equivalent to a chicken breast, or 6 egg whites, or most protein shakes. So you just have to pop them out and just take them. They're delicious. They have amazing flavors. So those are the type of supplements I take. I definitely recommend Muscle Farm. I have a lot of trophies behind me. How important is winning to my brand? That is a very good question. You know, of course, everyone wants to win, but I feel like every time I get on show, I want to be the best that I am, and I want to beat the person that won, like what I won the last show that I did. So, you know, I'm an athlete, and I would be lying if I said winning wasn't important to me. That's what I'm competing for, is to win. But as far as like my objective and what I want to reach out to, you know, I feel like being a pro is already winning, and I feel like being a part of a federation and reaching out and getting on this website and talking to you, I mean, I feel like I'm getting so much more out of that, and representing an amazing federation and products. And so I don't feel like my life is over if I don't win, but I'm an athlete, so of course it's important to me. Am I going to pursue my music career? Yes, I do want to pursue my music career. I'm taking baby steps with every goal that I have. Obviously, my first objective right now is to compete with WFF, and they are very important to me in my life, and they are a part of everything that I do. So, but the music is kind of something that I just dabbed into. It's something I've always wanted to do. I love getting in the studio, love singing. There's no expectations from it, but I definitely want to tap into it more because, you know, I feel like, you know, my mom says, you know, always do something that you love, and, you know, you'll never lose from it. So I've been really blessed that I was able to work with so many people on the last 3 singles that I worked on, and I will be getting in the studio again and getting a couple more songs out and seeing where that goes. I'm glad you guys like No Never. Thank you. Is it true that I have a song coming out with a huge artist? Yes, it's true. I'm working on a new song, and I do have an up-and-coming, actually I have a huge artist that's going to be on it with me, so stay tuned for that. Producer that I worked with is Ross Move. He's an amazing producer and talented singer. I did figure last year, and I'm doing bikini show this year. What's the best piece of advice that I can give you? I think that bikinis, a lot more, you can get a little bit more sassy or on stage. So I would say the best advice I can give you is to work on posing. It's a lot different than figure, where you guys are just standing still and showing your physique. Bikini is very similar because you're showing your physique, but we get a little bit more, it's more of a presentation and be more sassier and bring your personality out for the judges to see. After losing so much weight, what did I do for my backside, glutes, and hams? And how did I smooth out and get so firm? Training hard. I can't say what exactly was one thing. Smoothing out and getting firm is diet and exercise consistency. I worked out for 5 to 6 days a week, an hour and a half to 2 hours a day, and I did that pretty consistent for 4 months, and I lost a huge amount of weight. So consistency is huge if you guys want to lose weight. When is the next boot camp if you can't make this one? I'm doing one in LA in October, so and then I'm probably going to do more in the East Coast, so just keep staying tuned to my website, ChadyDunmore.com, and I probably will have a camp schedule out pretty soon. Who inspired me to compete? I didn't have exactly one person who inspired me to compete. I kind of needed a goal, so I guess I just wanted to get on stage because I think it's super scary to get on stage. Even now, you're putting yourself out there, and you're in a bikini and thousands of people are looking at you. So I felt like it will make me more, accountable to training really, really hard. So I think that getting on stage and, committing to a goal is really huge to reaching your goals. What's my training philosophy? Gosh, my training philosophy is just being consistent. I have days where I'm human. I want to give up, and I'm tired, and I'm sore, and I'm hungry. But I also know that I have a vision board, and I have pictures that inspire me, and I remember my goals. And it's really nice to write things down so people can remember why they're doing it, because there will be days that you will wake up and you will be like, why am I doing this? This is crazy. There's a few percentage of us that will do this, and you will get friends and family that who just won't get it. So looking at that paper and remembering what your goals are is really important. Do I feel fitness is an addiction? Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a lifestyle. I wouldn't feel like it's an addiction. I feel like we need to move our bodies. We have a heart, and we have certain vital organs that we need to take care of. So I feel like it's something that's a necessity for all of us to stay healthy. I don't think it's an addiction at all. Can you see one of my guns? I'm guessing you want to see like my bicep. There you go. What are some of the things on my vision board? I have a lot of slogans and sayings. I have pictures of moms that are fit. I have some of my friends are on there just because they inspire me. Other WBFF athletes that inspire me, their moms, just amazing women who inspire me. So I have a little bit of it all. Thank you for putting me on your vision board. I inspired someone for their last deployment. Thank you. It gives me goosebumps. Is there a single most person who has motivated me or inspired me to be a competitor that is a pro? No, when I first started competing, I didn't really know too much about the fitness world, so I didn't have, certain people that I'm like, oh gosh, I want to be that person. After a couple of shows that I competed, of course I have a bunch of the athletes that I'm like, wow, that's that person or that's this person. But I didn't have one particular person. For me, it was my first objective was to kind of just get over the fear of getting on stage and staying on track on losing weight. Can women take battlefield? Yes, women could take muscle farm battlefield. Does my training change up to a show? I won't do as much weight training. I do a lot of plyos and circuit training with light weight. So yeah, I try to burn more fat and keep my heart rate up higher. How many shows did it take me to win my first win or top 3? Let me think. It took me about 3 to 4 shows, and I lost miserably. So I try to tell a lot of competitors, like, when I lost, I got 15th place. It wasn't even top 10. And then I kind of just, it hit me where I won. I got 2nd place at an MTC show in Contra Costa, I think 2 or 3 years ago. And I think after that I did the SAP Pro show, and that's where I got my first win in 2009. How long did it take me to lose the weight? When I got on my plan of being, consistent with my diet and my training, it took me about 5 months solid where I lost like a good, amount of weight, um, and I lost, about 60 pounds. But I had no cheat days, and another thing too, I was going through postpartum depression, so I was really strict with my diet, and I really wanted to lose weight, so that's why I lost a lot of weight. Am I nervous about the August 27th show? And do I feel more pressure because I won last year and I have to defend my title? Yeah, I'm nervous. I always get nervous every show. It doesn't matter how many shows I win, I'm human, and there's always a risk of losing, and that's okay. I mean, there's amazing women getting on the stage with me, and it's very intimidating, but at the same time, I'm more excited than getting nervous because I feel like I should, I get to meet all these amazing women who want to beat me, so I'm more excited than being nervous. Did I have to deal with looser, saggy skin at all? And do I plan on having any more children now that I compete? Um, yeah, I did. After I had my daughter, I lost a lot of weight. I did have some in the core area, where I gained the most weight, obviously, and I had stretch marks. Um, so yes, I did. I think it took a while, probably like within a year or two, it started coming together and getting tighter. I used a lot of bio oil and cocoa butter and just consistency with keeping it moist and staying away from the sun for the stretch marks. So I plan on having any more children now that I compete. I would love to have more children. Um, so yes, I would love to have more children. That's my answer. Does a spray tan help hide stretch marks? Absolutely, yes. Thank God. Also, too, with the stretch mark thing, when you're on stage, no one can really see stretch marks. The judges, they're looking at your physique. They're not looking at your that close to your skin. So the tan will help it. So I wouldn't. A lot of moms out there, or even guys that lose weight that have stretch marks, they shouldn't get discouraged by that at all. Do I drink alcohol? No, I have a kidney disease, so I don't drink alcohol. Occasionally I will have a glass of wine, but for the most part, I rarely drink at all. When I'm losing weight, what are my specific goals other than competing? My initial goal of losing weight wasn't competing. My initial goal was just to get into my clothes again. So moms or men or women who just want to lose weight and they need to get inspired, I think, getting an outfit or a bathing suit, or if you have like a certain vacation that you want to, get ready for, those are the things that can help inspire you. So, buy that size of pants that you want and hang it up by your refrigerator and look at it every day you want to eat something bad. Are all the Muscle Farm products easy on my kidneys? Yes, they are. Have I always been this focused, or did I just become easier to be so focused as I became more successful? Um, Gosh, that is a good question. I feel like I've always been really determined on achieving certain goals when I want them. I feel like I am more focused now that I have more accountability. But I have 5 minutes left. Okay. yeah, I feel really focused now because I feel like I have more objective, and I feel like I have more of a calling to reach out to people and to inspire. This is this means the world to me, reaching out to people, and right now talking to you guys. So I feel really blessed, and this is what makes me focus. Where do I shop for competition bikinis, and how much is too much to spend for a beginner? Um, I feel like when I get ready for shows, it's like getting ready for an event. You want to be really feel really good in it. So it all depends on what your price range is. I feel like a good place to get bikinis is passionfruitbikinis.com. Is one. There's so many others that I will probably put on my website as other links because I have a short amount of time, so I want to answer everyone's questions. Since I started working out, you feel their breast has shrunk, and do I know why? That's because your body fat's lower. Is there a certain type of shoe that I wear for cardio or weightlifting? Um, no, I just wear whatever really looks cute in my outfit, honestly. I stick to Nike, Adidas, Asics. Um, did I always know that I can compete at this level even with a 60-pound, lost 60 pounds? Gosh, honestly, I had no idea that I would get to this stature of being a champion, which is so cool to say. Um, no, absolutely not. If someone would have told me about 5 years ago when I had my daughter that I would be a world bikini champion, I'd probably laugh. So I feel this is phenomenal and it's a blessing. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody involved, the Body Coaches, Andrew Colson. You're the best. Thank